the same. You know what I mean? Everybody says they don't give a fuck, but I'm just saying, relating to me. Lately, I mean, I'm in this truck, you know what I'm saying, and I have a lot of time to think. All the situations I deal with, the people, the shit I go through with people. And I'm realizing I'm getting to a place where I really just don't give a shit anymore. Like, I go through shit with my baby mama. And, you know, I ain't seen my kids in God knows how long. I ain't seen my daughter since last year. And it's really because of a bunch of toxic ass shit that me and her got going on. Like, motherfucker feel like she can talk to me any kind of way and then ask me for $30 in the same sentence. I'm just not gonna do it. And I reached this place with her where I just don't give a fuck about, you know, whatever happens. Like, I used to be one of those niggas I was scared of child support. I really don't give a fuck about child support. I don't give a fuck about the police. I don't give a fuck about her family. I don't give a fuck about anything part is related to that side over there. I mean, I love my kids, but at the same time, I mean, listen, as a man, there's no safe space for a man. Like, you know, they have groups and stuff made for women and stuff like that where women can, I mean, I'm not saying dudes don't have anything. But, I mean, I talked to my dad, what was it, yesterday? You know, and it was a time in my life when me and him did not get along at all. Like, it was a time in my life when me and my dad, I didn't talk to him for 2 years. Like, over fuck shit he kept doing. I used to just wonder, like, why the fuck is this motherfucker like that? Didn't give a fuck. I mean, I think deep down he did care about me, but he just, the situation or however he felt about whatever he felt, I mean, put it to you like this. When I was younger, I was closer to my mother, and I still love my mom. But the older I get, the more I understand some of the decisions that he had to make. Because this shit is not set, like, life is not set up for a man to win. Like, this shit is, any nigga that make it for real had to fight for it. Like, I catch myself having to fight for it. Like, weightlifting, this truck driving shit, you know what I'm saying, stacking money, just any little, like, trying to control myself emotionally, I had to really fight for it. And I'm just at a point where I'm just, you know, with a lot of shit, I realized, you know, and I've been new, but I'm telling y'all that I can only control myself. I've had friends that I fell out with, friends that I'm still cool with, you know, but I'm at a point with a lot of shit, if it doesn't work for me, I can really give a fuck less about it. Like, I'm not into forcing situations. I'm not gonna give this extra effort to make shit work is what I'm saying. Nothing. If I don't see my kids, then I just won't fucking see my kids. But what good does it do for me to keep sticking my hands in it, trying to make the shit work, figure this shit out with a disrespectful family and a disrespectful woman who does not give a fuck if I live or die? Like, motherfuckers know, like, my friend will say this is my fault, and I believe she's right. You know what I'm saying? And me and her had a conversation about this yesterday. She's like, you can't be too nice to people. You really can't. Like, I fuck with people that appreciate kindness. But if I know you don't give a fuck about niceness, why the fuck am I keep trying to do this shit? Like, if I know you don't give a fuck about a relationship, why am I keep trying to give this shit to you? Like, oh my God, I just want to be with you. Like, love is a strong feeling, but at the same time, you gotta have some common sense with some of that. Like, I'm not gonna keep trying to, like, I mean, so for a short period of time, I wanted a relationship, you know, and based off the events that happened on New Year's Eve with my friend. I'm not gonna mention that no more. But I'm getting to a point where it's just like, I'm not giving a fuck about a lot of shit with life. Like, even with this truck, I about don't give a fuck if I get fired. Because I'm catching myself in these positions where shit just keeps rubbing me the wrong way. And it's only because I care. I keep getting pissed off because I care. And I'm just telling you, I'm at a place right now, I don't care any longer. Like, I thought about, you know, yesterday when she was like, what was it, my child? What the fuck that bitch say? You don't give a fuck about your kids. You don't give a fuck if they live or die. You only give a fuck about yourself, but I bet your stomach full. And I'll just be sitting there. I just look at the messages and I just deleted it. Usually, some shit like that would light a fire in me and I'd want to fly off the handle, be ready to fight, you know, this other shit. And I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't care what happens. I've been through so much shit with that shit. You go do so much shit behind a motherfucker, you just don't even give a shit. Like, she like, a motherfucker tell you like, I got a boyfriend, and I'm like, okay, who gives a shit? Like, I don't care. Like, even with bitches, like, motherfuckers will tell you like, oh, I got this dude I talk to. Listen, I don't give a shit. And that's not from me, from a hate perspective. I don't care that you're screwing someone else. Like a girl will tell you that, oh, I ain't had sex in 3 months. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hear you. I don't give a fuck if you had sex yesterday. What the fuck that shit got to do with me? I don't give a fuck about it. Like, I don't make it my business to give a fuck about somebody I'm not married to. You know what I mean? Even girlfriend, like, motherfuckers cheat, motherfuckers screw other people. Like, even if I was to get a girlfriend, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna think you sleeping with somebody else. And even in that instance, I don't give a fuck if you do. I'm gonna just break up with you. Like, why does all of it matter? It only matters to me. Like, is what I'm. That's the point. Like, if you don't mind, it don't really matter. Like, all these situations I was dealing with, I used to get so wound up about it, even the revenge. Like, I be wanting to take revenge on motherfuckers, and it's like, I'm the only one still keeping the shit alive. Now, granted, I'm not gonna go around nobody and act like we cool when we not, because we not. If we not cool, we not fucking cool. And I'm not gonna pretend that we are. But what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna put myself in a position to get hurt anymore. I really give a fuck about it. I'll always be there for them kids. I'll always be there for family members. But I mean, motherfuckers only call you when they want what they want from you. I can't remember the last. I want to say I can't remember the last time. It's not mean people that just call just to check on me. I mean, I have friends that do, and I give a fuck about those friends. But I'm saying is, I'm only gonna give a fuck to the point where you give a fuck. You don't want a relationship? Shit, I ain't worried about it. I don't need that. Listen, I don't need that stress anyway. Be trying to keep up with a motherfucker who else. I am a truck driver. I couldn't be around you even if I wanted to. Like, what I'm gonna sit there and get a girlfriend and be worried about that shit? You ain't gonna do nothing but fucking other niggas when I go on the road anyway. I'm gonna get mad about it. I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Like, I'm gonna stab you. Like, no, I'm gonna just walk the fuck away from you. I can give a fuck less. When you know what you're dealing with, you don't have to flip the fuck out about it. Like, when you play crazy games, you know you gonna win crazy prizes. Like, niggas fuck with crazy bitches and get mad when they do crazy bitch shit. That's what comes with it. I just don't give a fuck no more. And these motherfuckers, man, look, I'm dealing with this. Okay, so I'm going to Vegas, right? And the motherfucking conversation, and my friend knows what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers are like, well, we can only authorize you off for 5 days. I said, okay. My initial response to that, I was so fucking heated at the time. Like, I called my cousin. He was like, look, that's what's around that shit, nigga. Like mega carriers, they don't give a fuck about you. Nigga, take your days off. They can't make you move the truck. We can ride in this queue. I said, damn, I didn't even, me, not knowing. me being green to a lot of this shit that I'm doing right now. He was just like, look, man, I can give a fuck about a mega carrier. I was like, damn. It's like, and then trucking, you get, the more experience you have, the more jobs you get. He's like, you might not have many options right now, but you have options, nigga, that the shit don't work out quick, they ass. Like, it's like, if a company lets you work for 2 months straight with no day off and won't give you 9 days off, they ain't worth working for. I was like, damn, I really did not think of it like that. I'm so used to just taking shit as a man that you feel like you have to take shit. Like, that's what a lot of my child's mother's problems are. Like, a lot of niggas from back home in Georgia, right? They'll get with these motherfucking females and they feel like because they so fine that they have to put up with their shit. And I'm not one of them niggas. Like, I don't give a fuck how cute a bitch is. Like, that shit don't register to me. Like, you can be motherfucking Vivica Fox. You disrespect me, it's over with. I will walk the fuck away from it. Like, I don't give a shit. You know why? Because God didn't make one bitch with one pussy. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit matters to me not. You want a situation to work, then work with me and work it out. But I mean, you feel like you holding some shit over my head because we fucking? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'll beat my dick before I take a bitch shit. Just saying. And I'll quit a company before I sit there and take their shit. Listen, if these niggas was paying, I'm one of the motherfuckers I'm used to money. So if I'm making $900 a week, I feel like I'm lowballing. 900 a week. Now, most people from back home, 900 a week is a lot. To me, 900 a week ain't shit. I mean, it's alright. It's alright money. But I've made more money. That's what I'm saying. I'm used to making $2,000 a week, $2,500 a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm willing to build this to that because I'm fucking with the long-term vision. But if I have to drop this motherfucking company to go to Las Vegas, I'm gonna goddamn do it. And go get another job the week afterwards. I will get me a rental, pack my shit out this truck, and drive back home to my mama's house. I don't need this shit. I will walk away from a bitch before I sit there and just take her shit. Like, now I ain't gonna lie. That's not to say that some girls' shit ain't worth taking. Like, some motherfuckers are worth a little bit of nonsense. Like, if your worth is balanced out to what you do for me, like, and I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there like that. If you do for me, and you really do for me, and you really do give a fuck about me, I'll take some shit off you because I know you really give a fuck for it. You might show it in a different way. It might be kind of funny how you go about it because everybody's personality is not like mine. I'm an expressive type. If I care about you, I tell you every 10 minutes that I give a fuck about you. If I love you, I tell you every 10 minutes I love you. I don't mind telling you. I don't mind letting you know. But everybody ain't like that. But what I'm saying is, if you give a fuck, if you put energy into the situation, you trying to make it work, I can make shit work on any level. Like, if you want to be, if you don't put time in with me and we close and we just don't work out like that, then that's one thing. You know what I mean? That's not. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. I can work. I'm willing to work with that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give a fuck about me? That's the thing about this woman I got these kids with. That motherfucker give a fuck. Motherfuckers just want what they want. Like, I don't hear from a motherfucker till they want something. My cousin Chris, he don't call me to talk. And that's my motherfucking brother. But anytime I hear from the nigga, it's like, hey, cuz, I need $30. Alright, cuz, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You my brother still. But I just know people care about what's relevant to them. I don't. Does that mean I'm gonna get mad about it, flip out about it every time? Nope. I'm a motherfucker drive this truck, I'm gonna drink this coffee, and I'm gonna go to the gym later. That is my life, day in and day out. I lift weights every day, because that's what I care about. Everything else outside of that, that's not trying to give a fuck about me and don't care about me, I give a fuck. Love my daughter, love her brother, I'm there for them. Really, I'm there for them. And what good does it do if I'm gonna flip the fuck out and get myself sent to jail behind a bitch that don't give a fuck about me and they family don't give a fuck about me? Stay the fuck away from me. I'm not gonna roll my shit over it. I just wanted to get it off my chest, because that shit had been making me mad for a couple of days. And if I don't say anything about it, it'll fester and I have too much time to think